going over tech tip 67. We've got a steering rod cable that is seized in the tilt tube. This is a pretty common issue you see with a lot of outboards. There's really not a lot of clearance between the tilt tube and the actual steering cable. So you find that people don't grease them, or it sits for a season, and the customer complaint is that the steering is locked up. The majority of the time it happens here. Occasionally it can seize up in the cable. In this instance, the cable has seized up right here in the tilt tube, and we've got it the majority of the way out, but we've hit a roadblock, and that is that we
made a mistake, Jeremy. Tell them the mistake.
Basically, we used a tapered punch, which was not ideal, and that tapered punch is now crooked in that tube, and there's no way for us to really pull it out. So we're gonna give a shot at welding on basically this homemade setup and then attaching it to our slide hammer. So hopefully that works. Well, we'll be back shortly. Hopefully we get it out of there. Okay, we'll pretend this is take number 1.
Take 3, Jeremy. Say it as it is. Take 3.
All right, this is actually take 3. Our shielding gas was not on before, so we had horrible fusion. We're hoping for better results now. We have our punch cleaned up, as well as our picking part that we're welding on there. Let's give it a shot.
Here's to hoping. Minor grease fire.
Oh no, I welded it right to the thing.
We may have welded it to the tilt tube at this point. I noticed before that it actually broke loose pretty easy from the tilt tube. There was a chunk it was kind of welded on before.
Yeah, hopefully there's enough grease in there to where it...
Dirty connection.
Yeah.
Well,
let me go one more on the top. I'll try not to put any more metal on there. This is probably our 20th heat cycle on this tilt tube. It takes a lot, and just in 20-30 seconds without flame it cools back down, so we're almost there.
That's so close. Yes. Moment of glory. Well done, Jeremy. Way to stay with it. So now, after all that, we need to decide whether or not this tilt tube is really even worth saving. So what we're gonna do is try to clean it out. We have a nice
Oh, it's crusty.
This is the tool basically that you want. These are really nice. It's kind of like almost like a piston honer, a piston liner honer, to try to clean it up. Also, you can get kind of little like wire brushes that you can run in a drill. So we're gonna see what we can do and go from there.
This is similar to what they would use to basically refinish the inside of a cylinder wall. It's just like these little diamond
Balls.
abrasive balls on the end of this. A lot of times people will use like a 5/8 masonry bit, and they'll run that through there, and that just allows for a little bit more gap in between the cable and the tilt tube. You can pack more grease in there, and it tends to not want to seize up as quickly. But we're going to start off with this.
Okay, go for it.
So brake clean.
Carb cleaner would be good. We just grabbed what we found. Oh yes, wonderful. Wonderful.
I'll wash all that stuff out of the other side.
Uh-huh. Nice.
And this guy's not long enough to go all the way through, so we're gonna work this side now.
Okay, well, I hope you all enjoyed that little video clip, and big thanks to Jeremy for really getting his hands dirty and sticking with it there in an ugly situation. And as you guys saw, the big tech tip, the real take home here is that if you have cable steering, you need to be pulling your cable out of these tilt tubes every season, cleaning them off, a real light coating of grease, and putting them back in. It really is that grease itself that hardens over time because they never get removed, and then it gets stuck. And it's not if, it is when it will happen. So please don't forget about this. And then the unspoken tech tip that you all hopefully learned in that video is there's a correct tool for every job. Do not use maybe it'll work tool, because it can lead to big headaches down the line. As you saw, we just happen to have a little tapered punch on hand instead of getting a proper drift or an old cut off steering rod itself to ram it through. And you saw that tapered tip on that punch wedged itself in that tube, and we thought we might be cutting the thing open. But with a little ingenuity and some hard work and an hour to 2 hours of lost labor, we did fix the problem. And just to let you know, of course, no customers were charged for any of that. That boat is from Anacortes Waterfront Alliance, and they're an awesome group of folks that help provide boats to the community here in Anacortes, and we help them out with all their outboard maintenance. So again, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. We'll see you guys next time.